Connected devices are all around us. When technology is truly successful, it goes virtually unnoticed. Technological innovation has become so commonplace in our everyday lives that we sometimes take for granted that we are living in one of the greatest innovation periods in history. Technology and innovation are breathing new life into businesses across the globe. It's spurring new ideas and better ways to gather and interpret data, like a vending machine telling you it's about to run out of candy, or a truck telling you where it is en route to its destination. Scenarios such as these are changing the way businesses collect and use information, thus transforming the way we deploy and employ machines. Technological change is so pervasive that it's empowering everyone with instantaneous information, but only if we can act upon it in a timely manner. This revolution, which has several parallels to the Industrial Revolution before it, is a fundamental driver of the shift from manufacturing to a service-based economy. The strength of the global economy and competitiveness during the next decade or so will greatly depend on our ability to keep productivity growing and our ability to respond to this much-needed data. This productivity growth is being fueled by technological changes that are impacting the way people and machines interact and communicate. The technologies introduced between the 18th century and the early 19th century, though costly in their infancy, increased efficiency by orders of magnitude, increasing productivity in the workplace. In much the same way, the introduction of sensors, sensor networks, onboard analytics, automation, and now connected devices is causing a watershed of innovation and ingenuity across a host of industries. Of the two revolutions, the digital revolution is having a profound impact on the economy with an onslaught of a host of new ideas leading to the birth of several sub-industries. The digital watershed, as coined by Thomas Siebel in his book Cyber Rules, is an irrevocable turning point that is signaling a shift in historical direction that is alternating an established set of business practices and replacing them with a new commercial paradigm. Although Siebel was speaking of the World Wide Web as being impetus to this so-called watershed, what we're now experiencing is far more encompassing than just the web. If we look deeper into what was first envisioned by the web, we see a world in which everyone is connected and exchanging much-needed information across and between industries. This new information age is influencing the way people communicate, connecting people in networks of all kinds. Everything is getting connected. At first, the internet gave us email, then e-commerce, and now social networks. Today, the internet is used to enhance customer purchases, as well as build stronger relationships based on customer preferences. Expansive wired and wireless networks are facilitating nimble network-based communications between people, machines, and devices. The network effect of this is creating a world in which everyone is dependent on each other's goods and services. For instance, sending an email has little or no value if the company or individual that is supposed to receive the email does not possess the capabilities to respond. However, the value of that same email increases within the network when larger organizations and people can send and receive the same documents. Robert Metcalfe first formulated the concept by coining the term Ethernet in 1972, making the case that the value of a communication system grows exponentially as the square of the number of users of the system. According to MIT, a person is able to know if a colleague working at a different location is reachable at her desk because sensory-based computers in the wall will know whether she is at her desk or in another part of the building. In addition, a handheld device can be used to remotely monitor every household appliance, including environmental controls, security systems, and entertainment centers. Instead of typing on keyboards, a person can now tell a computer what to do. In 1999, then IBM chairman and CEO Lou Gerstner said it best when he declared, "Soon there will be trillions of everyday items, television, set-top boxes, automobiles, machine tools, household appliances, and vending machines, all embedded with computational capability and connected to the net." It can be said that Gerstner's vision, much like that of Siebel's, is proving to be the driving force behind the digital transformation that is shaping the business world around us. Since the invention of the telephone, communication has been about people talking to people. What once was a world in which humans conversed with one another is now contingent upon devices and systems carrying out those same tasks. Thus, communication is no longer about people talking to people. Today, it's about machines talking to machines. This transformation is quietly shaping the way we live, and in most cases, people don't even realize it's ever happening. At the heart of the digital transformation is the ability to access instantaneous information on a global basis. Through the use of intelligent machines, companies are now able to eliminate the barriers of distance, time, and location. To achieve complete success, an array of technologies must act in concert to ensure our ability to communicate globally. The aggregation of these facets is being identified as machine-to-machine technologies, or M2M for short. This technology transformation allows companies to retrieve and send data to and from their assets, giving machines, devices, appliances, and other equipment the ability to share information with back-office systems and the people who use them. M2M can create a sense of urgency instead of emergency. Today, most processes are already executed based on the performance and status of those assets. But rather than coming directly from the machines themselves, the data shows up in accounting metrics such as unit production, cost, and profit. In 2003, M2M magazine defined the term as machine-to-machine provides communications between people, devices, and systems, and turns data into information companies can act upon. Over time, the industry has evolved to make it easier for companies to network their machines and devices. In that time, the evolutionary process has been threefold. 1. Refine the application systems. 2. Help adopters implement solutions. And 3. Establish a mobile ecosystem. Much of that evolution has occurred around what the industry calls its technology value chain, the system components required to complete an end-to-end solution. As a result of this multi-layered value chain, M2M customers come in several forms. First are the end users or corporate adopters. In other words, the companies and individuals that use the network machines and other assets in their own operations and within their personal lives. There are OEMs and product manufacturers that connect the technology to the products they manufacture so they can be monitored at customer locations. There are also companies that buy modules to make terminals and modems, and companies that in turn buy terminals and modems to build application systems. And then there are individuals, entrepreneurs, who tinker and enjoy creating solutions for personal consumption. Together, these companies, individuals, and their technology suppliers make up the M2M value chain as the foundation of what Peggy Smedley coined the 6 pillars of M2M to help explain the ever-expanding M2M universe. She explained that M2M is the glue that fastens the 6 pillars through a common set of best practices, networking methodology, and scalability. Take away the glue, and end users are left with multiple application platforms and network accounts. While it's true machines need to speak a common language, that does not mean a singular data protocol. Instead, it means enabling the user to network all of its physical assets with a common infrastructure and a consistent methodology for gathering machine data and figuring out what it means. The true power of M2M occurs when it's working behind the scenes, and that can't happen if companies have to manage multiple independent systems. M2M has gone a long way towards uniting business intelligence and machine data. People made them smart services, sensor networking, RFID, remote monitoring, telemetry, or telematics, but in the end, what they all have in common is connecting the world to a network, and that's M2M. While the internet has truly empowered everyone who has access to it with information in a timely fashion, M2M enables users to maximize reliable information to make better business decisions. Obstacles are now removed and waiting time is eliminated. No longer are companies confined to physical location to access essential business or operational data. Today, data can be accessed and acted upon, providing a much-needed edge in a highly competitive world. Having effective information systems for managing assets has always been a driving force for the business world. Companies have realized the significance of squeezing all the intelligence they can out of their machines to operate more efficiently and effectively, ultimately leading to more profitability. Now with M2M, there are practical technology solutions for talking to machines and truly listening to what they have to say. And with faster, more robust communication networks, devices that aggregate information sharing or perform rich analytics will provide higher revenue streams. At first glance, the digital transformation might appear to be just a new name for wireless data sharing, mobile couponing, mobile content delivery, or cloud services. And with all the hype surrounding downloading ringtones, processing powers, mobile commerce, mobile marketing, and wireless wearables, it's only natural for consumers to be somewhat resistant to all the marketing hype that surrounds yet another new technology. Recent advances in digital technology are making businesses smarter in the way they process, route, and use information. Inexpensive processors or tiny sensors are now able to see, listen, and collectively provide intelligent action remotely to another network. What once was large and cumbersome hardware now fits in the palm of our hand. When M2M devices are attached to credit cards, air conditioners, machines, grocery items, or factory machines, they too can communicate and carry out necessary actions, giving companies and individuals a remarkable competitive edge. These technologies allow higher-order services such as status monitoring, usage tracking, consumable replenishment, and even automated repairs, just to name a few. Consider for a moment an RFID device being placed in the concrete that was formed into the construction of an actual bridge. When successful, M2M provides data and much-needed information on the stress effects of bridges, traffic usage, and bridge gridlock. These rapidly evolving machine-to-machine technologies allow us to perceive environmental conditions about locations, routing, personal data, and even a container's contents, with suppliers, production processes, customers, and shipments all digitally connected. The world is becoming a vast collection of automatic conversations. The world of smart business is everywhere. The ability to access much-needed information and where and when we need it is available at unbelievable speed and accuracy. The concept of digital transformation is catching on, and more companies and consumers are embracing the idea of accessing essential and even critical business and personal data wirelessly on a global level. This idea will only accelerate as mobile computing devices like smartphones and tablets continue to be introduced as productivity tools. The adoption of intelligent machines for information sharing is here. There's a greater need than ever before to stay connected as ensuing generations are compelled to adopt new platforms, products, and services unlike ever before. We are a connected world.